Chambers' trial was set to begin today. Instead, she took a plea deal, life in prison, in exchange for pleading no contest to 4 counts of second-degree murder and 39 counts of assault and battery.
2 Works for You reporter Brian Miller is live in Stillwater tonight, where emotions run really high in court. Brian?
That's right, a very emotional day inside that courtroom. There was barely a dry eye. Now, that testimony began just around 10:30 this morning and just wrapped up less than an hour ago. 40 victims reading victim impact statements aloud, some of those read by the district attorney, some by the victims themselves, and others by family members who had come here to kind of give a final farewell to let Adacia Chambers know how this crime and this tragedy has impacted their lives. Now, family members in tears throughout the day, and also on a couple of occasions that I noticed Ms. Chambers wiping tears away from her face. She also read a statement of her own in court today, telling everyone in the courtroom that she accepted this plea deal that will have her spend the rest of her life in prison. She did so in part to spare those victims and their families from having to go through the trial. It's something one victim's mother here says she's very grateful for.
But I think in the end, we're probably getting what we would have gotten anyway without, as you've all have heard, the heartache of going through the minute by minute by minute.
A common theme today in those impact statements, what the victims were doing the day before the crash that changed their lives forever. Many of them talked about that morning, getting ready to go. Some of them were going to their very first OSU homecoming parade, and for some of them, it ended up, of course, being their last. Now, the impact letter that drew the most tears from spectators was a statement read by the Payne County DA on behalf of the family of that 2-year-old boy who was killed. His name was Nash Lucas. Nash's dad was an OSU student at the time that the crash happened, and he was at the parade with his mom. He died from his injuries. Now, after the court, some of the victims shared what they thought about the proceedings in there today. And just moments ago, we wrapped up a press conference with the defense attorneys for Ms. Chambers. They're still saying that this was a mental illness issue that she was suffering from, but she was able to get help while in custody over the last 15 months for this crime, and that she's actually been able to feel a little bit better, and that's what helped her make this decision to go ahead and accept this plea deal. We'll have much more on this developing case coming up for you in a little bit at 6. For now, reporting live in Stillwater, Brian Miller, 2 Works for You.